Yeah, sure.
Hi Nirmata, how are you?
Hi, sir. Fine. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good too. Thank you. Can you tell us something about yourself?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Mhm.
Myself, Narmata, I completed BCA in Vivekananda College of Arts and Science, Oman. After that, I got placed in one of the MNC. And then I worked for 3 years from there. After that, because of marriage, I quit that job. Now I plan to restart my career.
Mm-hmm.
In the 3 years, I worked as a manual and automation tester in one of the automation project.
Okay.
In that, I just verified that login, register, and if the customer buy one license, whether that only that particular capability is viewed by the client or not. That process I verified.
Okay. Okay. Great. So basically, you worked for 4 years. That's what you're telling?
Three
Three.
3.2 years.
Okay. three
3.2.
years,
Three
two
years, 2 months.
months. And then
Yes.
you took a career gap. You took
Yes,
a
yes,
career
sir.
break. Yeah. So for how much time did you took break? Like
4 years, sir.
4 years. Okay.
Yes.
So from 2015 to 2018, you were working, and in 2018, you took a break off. And now you're
Yes.
again looking for restarting your career. Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us something about the automation framework, if you are able to recall what kind of automation framework was the one which you were working?
Yeah, Selenium, that UI testing, I used the Selenium and then Cucumber framework with JUnit.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So it was a BDD framework that you had worked on.
Yes, 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 sir.
And how did you trigger your automation?
Can you come again?
Yeah.
Trigger in.
Yeah. How did you trigger your automation means how did you run your automation?
Yeah, we create a future file for BDD framework. After that, based on that future file, we just create a step definition.
Mhm.
And then based on that, we should have one test runner class. Based on that, using that test runner class, we run that automation script, that BDD framework script, that step definitions.
Mhm. Okay, fine. So that is fine. In the test runner file, you will be having the path of the feature file which needs to be run, right? But let's say now,
Yes,
if we want to run this particular automation at 11 p.m. at night, so it is not possible for human to stay over there,
yes.
right? So how will you run your automation in that case?
Yeah, we have that CI CD tool to scheduling that process. We
Mhm.
can connect our GitHub to that Jenkins tools, and then Jenkins, we used Jenkins. User that we schedule that automation script.
Mhm.
It automatically trigger on that a particular time which we mentioned in that Jenkins tool.
Correct, correct. Yeah, this was the answer that I was looking out for. If you have got exposure on CI/CD tool, so it would be very handy for you, right?
Okay.
And it will also help you in an interview in clearing it. The interview will be happy to know that okay, she has got a knowledge on CI/CD DevOps related tools, right? So that would
Okay.
be good. Okay, so this is good. Mm, okay. Now, did you perform any database testing?
I'm not involved in that database testing, sir, but I've just bit learned, and that after career gap, I just learned that SQL.
Okay. So you are learning database now. Okay. Now consider a scenario in which I want to write an SQL query to find
Okay,
names of employees starting with N. Okay.
okay, okay.
So can you tell me what kind of query I will have to write?
We used that keyword we can use.
Mm-hmm.
That means select that name from particular table that where start where like that a name, that given name, that particular starting letter plus a module symbol.
Correct, correct. So like is the operator which will be used for this purpose. It is used to fetch the filtered data by searching for a particular pattern, right?
Yes.
So
Yes,
you
sir.
will be writing the query like select star from employees where employee name or whatever the table name is, like a percentage in the single inverted comma.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, can you tell me the different types of case manipulation functions that are available in SQL?
I am not aware of that, sir.
Would you like to give it a try?
No, sir.
Mhm. Okay. In a real time interview, even if you don't know the answer of any question, right? So what you have to do, you have to tell us anyone, maybe a lady or a male yesterday. So you just have to tell them, see, I'm not comfortable with this kind of question. I haven't heard about it. I haven't got an opportunity to work for this particular thing, but I would like to give it a try. Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes in an interview, even if you don't know the answer of some question, but if you try, so the interviewer is happy. Okay, yeah, she's giving a try. So what he will understand is, he or she, whoever the interviewer is, they will understand, okay, if we hire this candidate, even she's not having knowledge or she's not knowing, but still in a real time also during runtime in the project also she will try, and then she will try to work accordingly, and then she'll try to give some output, productive output, right? So that is what they
Okay.
get and they will expect. Okay. Now,
Okay,
the
sir.
question was different types of case manipulation functions available in SQL. What is case? So whenever you hear about this case, so I'm giving you the answer which you should give in the real time interview, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So case means it can be lower. So lower, the purpose of lower function is to return the string in the lower case, right? This is first. Then there are three types of actually case manipulation functions. One is lower, it will return the string in the lower case. One is upper, it will return the string in the upper case, right? So it takes a string
Okay.
as an argument and returns a string by converting it to the uppercase. Then is,
Okay.
yeah, then is the init cap. So what does init cap do? It will return the string with the first letter in the uppercase and rest of the
Capital.
letters in the lowercase,
Okay.
right? So that is how it is there.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, now what is the difference between data definition language and data manipulation language?
Is it in SQL you're
Yes,
asking?
yes, SQL. Now I am asking you questions on SQL. Then we will
Okay.
be discussing questions on manual testing, and then we will going for automation.
Okay. I will try,
Mhm.
but I
Yes,
don't know
yes, yes.
exactly.
No worries. This is for you. This time, today, Saturday, 18th of February, this time slot 5:45 to 6:15. This is for you. You have to give it a try so that you will come to know, okay, how much you are prepared, what all things you need to improve, in which all things you are confident, so you can be you can rest in those particular concepts, topics, right? So that is important.
Okay. Data manipulation is like we are getting that string value in which format actually. We are manipulating that data from table, that SQL table. After that, we are if we fetch any data from the table like XYZ, we just manipulate it into uppercase or lowercase or any other like initial cap or something. If it is data definition, we are getting that data from the table, whatever it is, we just show it. The same, whatever it is available in that table, we just do show it.
Okay. See, data definition language. Actually, I'm hearing some echo. Uh, is it clearly audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Data definition language is actually it allows you to perform execution of queries like create, drop, alter, right? So those are, yeah, data definition language queries. These are the queries that are actually defining the data. Okay, now when it comes to data manipulation language, so it will allow you to perform the functions like inserting data or row in a database, deleting data from the database, updating data, so CRUD operations, retrieve or fetch data. So these are the things that they will be able to do in the database.
Okay.
Now, which are the different OOPS concepts that you are aware of?
Basically, there are 7 OOPS concepts are there, but major is 4. That fundamental is 4. That
Mhm.
is inheritance, abstraction, polymorphism, and encapsulation.
Okay. So what is inheritance?
Inheritance is like we are accessing that one class property from another class with the help of some the extends keyword.
Mhm. Extends keyword. Yes, inheritance, right. Can you give me one example of inheritance? You have joined from laptop.
Yes, sir.
Is it possible for you to share your screen and maybe you can write one program on inheritance? I'm giving you
Yeah,
screen
sure.
sharing rights. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, please share your screen and write one program on inheritance. Yeah. You just have to click on green button, share screen.
Yeah, yeah. Shall I use Notepad plus plus?
Yeah, yeah. Anything you are comfortable with. Yeah. It seems someone is there at the door, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for
Yeah,
that.
no worries, no worries. I'll pause the recording. You can meet. Yeah.
Sorry for the inconvenience. In my laptop, that shift button is not working.
No worries, no worries. That is fine. So shift key is not working. So you can write everything in the small case.
Yeah, that curly braces and all I can't able.
Okay, okay, no worries.
Just we can make this as a method,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just insert some logic inside this method, like string ABC A equal to string A, that plus symbol, that string B. This is we are making this as a one class. Then another one class,
Mm-hmm.
same something different. We can call this class like call this method inside another class. We just using extends keyword on nearby that class name.
Right. Okay. What is singleton class in Java?
Sorry, sir. Come again.
Yeah. What is singleton class in Java?
Singleton class is like. Sorry.
I'm stopping your screen sharing, right? Because we are done with that inheritance question. Yeah. What is
Yeah.
singleton class in Java?
Singleton class. I'm not aware of that actually.
Okay, no worries. So, uh, the primary purpose why singleton class is used in Java is to restrict the limit of number of object creation to only one, right?
Okay.
If
Okay.
if there are multiple objects, if there are multiple objects created during the functionality or feature behavior, then the performance will get impacted.
Okay.
So that is why we create the singleton class. In order to create a singleton class, we must follow the steps, right? We have to ensure only one instance of the class exists and provide global access to that instance by
Yes, sir.
declaring all the constructors of the class to be private, right? So that is singleton class. Okay, now uh, Okay, which are the types of inheritance?
Totally 5 types of inheritance are there in Java.
Mhm. Mhm.
Single, multiple, multi-level, hierarchical, and then hybrid.
Correct, correct. Okay. Now, just in case you were unable to write that program, let me just. Okay, so let me share my screen, and maybe it would be helpful for the people who are watching this video if they get this kind of example question in an interview. Are you
Okay.
able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there is a one class animal. Okay, it has got a function of void eat system.out.println eating.
Okay.
So I have another class dog which will extend this particular animal, right?
Mm.
And there is then class test inheritance with a main function in that, in which we are creating the object and we are calling methods bark and eat. So eat is
Yes.
of this class, bark is of this class, but those can be called over here. Extends is the keyword used. So this is one simple type of example for inheritance.
Yes. This is for single inheritance.
Correct, correct. Single inheritance. Now coming to the next question. Which defect management tool you were using?
I'm using Jira at the time.
Okay, Jira, it's wonderful. So you have experience in creating test cases in Jira and creating defects, creating issues in Jira as well.
Yes, sir. Actually, that is not completely 2 years. I'm working in Jira. Last 4 months only I worked in Jira.
Okay, okay, no worries. Okay, how will you take screenshot in Selenium if any test case is getting failed?
Yeah, we have one default predefined interface is available in Selenium. That is like take screenshots. Using that, we can is one method is available in take screenshot interface as get screenshot as.
Mm.
Using that, we can take the screenshot and uh, for that failed scenario, and we can show using that file operation and all, we can store it in the desired places.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you mentioned it very right? There is a if you want to take a screenshot for failure test case, so there are certain points that you will there are certain steps that you will follow. First of all, you will create a class, you will implement testng itest listener, right? You will call the method on test failure, right? And then you will add that particular code to take a screenshot with this particular method, right? So that
Yes.
is that. You will also have to mention the path where that screenshot will be kept. So
Yeah,
you will be
where we
copying
want to
that file,
capture.
yeah, to that desired location. Okay. What is Maven?
Maven is like a software build tool. We can keep our dependencies inside that Maven.
Mm-hmm.
Using that, we can create our test scripts. Like we can integrate the JUnit with Maven, Cucumber with Maven.
Mm-hmm.
After that, because of the dependency only, we are go for Maven, and then that folder structures we maintained in Maven.
Okay. Now there is a time when the website or the application under automation, it is the page is there, one page is there. Sometimes it takes 2 seconds to load, sometimes it takes 5 seconds to load, sometimes it takes 15 seconds to load. So how will you handle such kind of pages in automation?
We can give some wait time for that page to load. We can use explicit wait, that fluency wait to wait whether that condition is satisfied or not. Like we can give mention that time. And we are not mentioning the time. We just mentioning the condition whether that page is loaded. After that condition is satisfied, you can go further. For that, we use a fluency wait.
Okay. How many types of wait are there?
Two types are the static and dynamic.
Static and dynamic. Okay, static is
Yeah,
thread.c.
implicit weight and explicit weight,
Yes,
two types of.
yes. That was the answer I was looking for. Now, what is the difference between implicit weight and explicit weight?
Yeah, explicit weight basically it's depend upon conditions. Implicit weights it's not depend upon conditions. It just wait until that element is found or not. But implicit weight it occurs performance issue, but explicit weight it won't create performance issue. That implicit weight is like it will wait for it will applicable for every web element, but explicit weight it's particularly for that conditions.
Okay. So implicit weight is applied to all the elements in the script. Explicit weight is applied to only those elements which are intended by us. Okay. In implicit weight, you do not need to specify expected conditions on the element to be located. While in explicit weight, you need to specify those expected conditions on the element to be located. Right.
Okay.
So implicit weight will be used. It is recommended to use when the elements are located within the time frame specified in the implicit weight. While if
If
the
we
elements are,
know the time frame, we
yeah,
can use implicit weight. If
yes,
we
correct.
don't know the time frame, we use explicit weight.
Yes, yes. So this kind of question where the screen was taking 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 15 seconds, you can put explicit weight, right?
Yeah.
What is auto IT?
Auto IT is also like one of the tool to update that captcha and all. We can't automate captcha and all in Selenium. So we use auto IT to capture that captcha details and upload that files.
Mhm.
But I'm aware of that, but I'm not using at the time.
Right. So let's say sometimes you get some pop-ups, window-based pop-ups, which you have to automate, and those are integrated within the web application. So Selenium is not capable to do that. It's a limitation of Selenium. So what we can do is you can use auto IT, or you can also use robot framework. Sorry, not robot framework, robot class, right?
Yeah.
Or you can use PowerShell scripting, right? So these are the mechanism that you can use for automating this particular kind of stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Now, can you tell me the test scenarios? How will you test Flipkart application? Flipkart is an e-commerce based application, right? So which are the various high level test scenarios? How will you test that application?
First, we can do whether we are able to log in with invalid username or password. And then valid username password, we can validate that registration part. And then we are if we giving a wrong email ID or something, it will accept or not. And then we check the whether that Flipkart logo is correct or not. Flipkart that color label is correct or not. And then this is high level actually. Whether when we enter that correct login password, it enter into the correct home page or not. When we click one product, it will go to that particular product or some other product related to that, or we can check in that. We are able to check that click. We are able to uh, uh, select that language which is related to us or not.
Okay. Any other scenario? There can be multiple scenarios, right? Like
Yeah, we
adding a
can
product to
check
the
that
cart. Yes.
payment validation.
Hmm.
Then wallet, we are able to add some money in that wallet or not in that particular mode, net banking mode or Google Pay or something. In any way, we are able to pay that amount.
Hmm.
That then like place order in that page. We are when we return that product, whether we are able to refund, we are getting refund or not. Then we are able to add our desired product in wish list or not. Then as of that much.
Okay. So let this be an open question for the people who are watching this video. The high level test scenarios for Flipkart based application, which is an e-commerce based application, right? Positive as well as negative test scenarios. Please mention in the comment section of this video, right? Okay, Namrata, I am done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Any suggestions you want to tell me, or I'm okay within this,
Yeah, so I
which
think
part I need to develop?
yeah. So I think with 4 years, with 3.2 years of experience and 4 years of career gap, you were able to recall your concepts. Manual testing is fine. Automation, you will have to polish a bit. Java, you need to improve, right? Singleton class, all these concepts can be asked to you. Oops, concepts will be asked to you. So please be ready with a good laptop, right? In which
Yeah,
all
sure.
the keys are working. Definitely, they will ask you to write some programs, even if it's a virtual interview or it's a face-to-face interview. In-person interview, they'll provide you notepad and pen, and you will have to write some Java program, high level, not syntax based thing,
Okay.
but high level logic you should know, right? Rest all looks good, right? Please start applying into the companies, right? And
Yeah,
wish
sure.
you all the best for your career, right?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. And once you get selected in any company, please share success story with us, right?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah, and even if you are giving interviews, please share interview questions also with us so we can create videos on them and community can get help from that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, sure,
yeah.
sir.
Thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.